أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم لإيلاف قريش إيلافهم رحلة الشتاء والصيف فليعبدوا رب هذا البلد الذي أطعمهم من جوع وآمنهم من خوف أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد Sadakallahu Azim. Blessed is the man that worketh not in the counsel of the heathen, nor sitteth in the seat that is scornful, but his delight is in the law of the Lord, and in this law does he hide it sunrise and sundown. Him a go dear like a tree planted by the rivers of water that bringeth forth fruit in his season. Him leaf never a go wither, and whatsoever him doeth shall prosper. Yea! The heathen them now they saw them there like a chaff with the wind driveth away. Therefore the heathen them never go stand upon the judgment of the sin among them in the congregation of the righteous. For the Lord God Jah loveth the way of the righteous, and the way of the sin among them always and always. I will perish. Let the people of the Most High God say, Jah! Kadama we groma beya tela e higzag beer tana istalina ba shante 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 shante. This is the Blakk Pot, aka Kukushonamo, where we speak truth to power. And my name, Blakk RASTA. Now, in every traditional African home, there is a Blakk Pot. And each time this Blakk Pot sits on the fire, there is something super sumptuous cooking. Ingredients of so many different types, shapes, and sizes. Forget and abandon their differences in one corner. And then they relocate into the Blakk Pot, where they are subjected to some good amount of heating. The aftermath, we see food. And this food, ironically, is not even enjoyed by the Blakk Pot. Neither is it enjoyed by the ingredients. It is enjoyed by us, the eaters. Yet every time, that collaboration between the Blakk Pot and the ingredients would continue unabated. My brother, my sister, what lesson can we derive from this? A lesson of selflessness, a lesson of generational thinking, and a lesson of sacrifice. These ingredients are so vital in the building of every nation, without which a nation ceases to be called a nation, but an empty box. It's the Blakk Pot, aka Kukushonamo. And here we speak truth to power. Here we do not criticize, but if we must criticize, we would only just criticize to build, never ever to destroy. That's why we say we are in the service of God and country. It is the Blakk Pot. And we are live on YouTube. And our YouTube channel is Blakk Empire Media. That's BLAKK Empire Media. Of course, if you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, it's time to do that and hit on the notification bell so that each time we are on, you will be the very first person to be notified to watch. This is the Blakk Pot, aka Kukushonamo, where we speak truth to power. Now, my brother, my sister, we are going on a 16th regional tour of Ghana. And it's very, 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 very important to us. Patriotism is a very key thing that is demanded in the building of every nation. In fact, it's the bedrock of every nation. If you lack it, if you don't have it, if you relegate it to the background, the nation is shredded. My brother, my sister, we love our nation. Elections are coming, and after elections, they will still be live. We are going to all 16 regions of Ghana. Beginning March 2, we will be in Wa. We will choose a school, and then we will direct students to that school where we will talk to them for 1 hour, basically about patriotism. We have a short quiz where we present a prize to the winner. In the evening, we put up a concert. We will play music, and then we'll take the opportunity to speak to patrons about patriotism as well. We will plant a Ghana flag in every region we go, and then we'll give out about 10,000 miniature Ghana flags. My brother, my sister, we want to whip up the interest of patriotism in us. As we grow, we must look at our back. The children coming up, do they have patriotism in them? Or we are growing them, as somebody would say, or we are rearing them so they can run to the white man's land every now and then. We get a visa to the white man's land, we are jubilating. It is time to also build our land so that they would also get visas and jubilate that they are coming here. My brother, my sister, economic independence can never be had without patriotism. The bedrock of our country has been broken in the days when Kwame Nkrumah spoke and people shuddered. In the days when it was all about patriotism. My brother, my sister, Ghana was a better place. We can bring it back. We don't have to throw our hands in the air in despair. It is time to speak to our people and appeal to their conscience and their sensibilities to be able to return to that wonderful land. Please, we cannot do it all alone. It involves a lot of expenditure. Traveling all over with a band, miniature flags. We will feed the students wherever we go and give them drinks as well. It's going to cost us money. If you are touched to support us, we will acknowledge this and we will continue to thank you for this. Please, you can send us a Momo. Yes, mobile money, our numbers are flying on your screens. And you can also send us a bank transaction. We will pick it up and we will acknowledge you. It's all about Ghana. Be part of the building of the nation. One day you'll be proud to tell your grandchildren that when the first patriotism tour happened in Ghana, you were part of it. This is the very first one. It's never happened in our nation. Never since independence. We are touring to speak to the people basically about patriotism, nothing more. Straight to the point. These are our numbers. Please support us to be able to make this happen. To God be the glory. It's the Blakk Pot, a.k.a. Kukushonamo. And here we speak truth to power. Please come. Now today we have 5 very important issues to look at. And without any lingerness, let's go straight for the jugular vein. Run the story, my youth. Watch this. It says, where is Reverend Victor KUSI Boateng? Now, Reverend Victor KUSI Boateng, everybody knows in Ghana by now. In fact, this was the kingpin of the National Cathedral. The biggest scam that ever happened in this country. These were the people who came in the name of Jesus Christ to build a certain cathedral. People who were made up of several well-meaning pastors, at least in the eyes of the populace. They came together and they put them together to build a national cathedral that was designed by a guy who himself was brought to us by the cousin of the president, Gabi Asare Ochredakon. And this gentleman was called Sir David Ejay. He took a lot of money at a time that the economic backbone of the country has broken into several pieces and were running to the IMF to beg for money. He came and took a big chunk of the money. And when we tried to complain, they said, oh, he doesn't even take money like this. This is so little. You know, his pedigree. He doesn't stoop this low, but he did it for the nation. Sir David Ejay himself, my brother, my sister, had his father as an ambassador in the days of Kwame Nkrumah. He was born in Tanzania. He went all the way through Syria, following his father on his ambassadorial spree. My brother, my sister, he became a world-renowned architect. And he designed some of the loftiest buildings around the world, some of the most aesthetic buildings around the world. He's not a poor guy. He made a fortune out of this and took it back to England, where he's domiciled, where he's been knighted by the Queen of England. My brother, my sister, then they brought together some Ghanaian men of God to be able to make sure that this one came into fruition. They started asking for money after we stood against these people using public funds to build this enormous building at a time that we were struggling as a nation. We didn't know that some of these people had their own selfish interests hiding there. And one of them was Reverend Victor KUSI Boateng, a man I went to the same school with. T.I. Ahmadiyya Secondary School, Kumasi. Reverend Victor KUSI Boateng. He came from very humble beginnings. In fact, when he decided to do the work of God, he was almost relegated to the background. He would sleep in the classroom and some other such places. But his rise became meteoric when he hit the top of his pastoral journey, built churches, and he's revered in such countries as Zimbabwe and beyond, where he has nursed other pastors who are making it big. Victor KUSI Boateng, in an expose, was said to have two faces. He had two different documents that showed two different mothers. What a miracle. Not even Jesus did that. Jesus had one mother. But he had two different mothers, two different names, and two different dates of birth. And when we wanted to talk about this, he asked his lawyers to chase the exposer, a.k.a. Honorable Samuel Okudzeto Ablakwa. He refused to be frightened. They went to court and the matter was on. It was made clear that Reverend KUSI Boateng was different from the other name. And for that matter, it was one man who had a double face. From that time till now, the case has stalled. And many people have asked me, Blakk RASTA, what is next? Reverend Victor KUSI Boateng went to court trying to stop Honorable Samuel Okudzeto Ablakwa, the MP for North Tongue, but he would not be perturbed. The court gave him the go-ahead to continue because it's of public interest. According to Victor KUSI Boateng, Samuel Okudzeto Ablakwa was exposing very, very secretive issues about him, throwing him in the face of danger. But the court said no. He wanted Ablakwa to be jailed. He said it in his court documents. He wanted him to go to jail for what he was doing. My brother, what happened to the case? Come here. We have a lot of charlatans who are parading as men of God. One of those is Reverend KUSI Boateng. My brother, my sister, Ghanaians have stopped talking about this. We never do. Ghanaians are good at that. When the matter comes hot, everybody, bang, 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 bang. 3 days, at most 1 week, they are quiet. They are looking for another breaking news so they can back. If you truly are looking for the betterment of this nation, you will not sleep over such dangerous sins and crimes against the state like this. This guy, using the cathedral, was able to divert contracts, my brother, my sister, because he's been part of the government all this while. We are told that he's one of the prophets of the president of the nation. He's been able to get COVID contracts, COVID-19 contracts, sent to different companies that he registered in his two-faced names. Such a criminal. A criminal who is not ready to apologize. A criminal who is supported by dangerous people in power. At the end of the day, Ghanaians will come and say, oh, touch not my anointed. If these are the anointed, then I don't want to be anointed. I don't. My brother, anointing is different from character. I knew a man of God so anointed. My brother, he was gay. Apart from being gay, consider it as very normal. You know what he was doing? He was a thief. Stealing church money and stealing from people's credit cards. And he was a man of God. Very anointed. I know some so-called men of God who lay hands on people and they sprawl on the floor several times and are healed of so many diseases immediately. But they sleep with people's wives. They drink alcohol that the Bible is against. And they lie like Satan. So sometimes, if you are looking at the anointing alone, you might go wrong. My brother, Victor KUSI Boateng is heaving a sigh of relief. The matter has stalled. Nobody is taking him to court to be accountable for the sins. And the whole nation is quiet. We are all looking at Cecilia Dapa. Politicians are so good. When issues like this are hot on their heels, oh, they quickly sponsor some other nonsense, and it happens. And knowing Ghanaians as a breaking news nation, Ghanaians will sway from this and talk about this before they return. They've forgotten about Victor KUSI Boateng. It's happened to us several times. AFCON came, we forgot about everything. Look at Cecilia Dapa's issue. Now they are tossing it up and down like a game of ping pong. When are we going to see the end of Victor KUSI Boateng's case? I'm interested in it. I want to see how it will end. If the court actually said that the two names were different but applicable to one man, that's a dangerous crime. It's fraud. What is happening? Can we see an end to this issue? Oh, he has prayed for the angels of God to come down and make everybody forget. Maybe the angels haven't reached me yet because I have not forgotten. I am fighting for our nation. We do not want fraudsters parading as men of God. My brother, my sister, destroy our nation like this. This guy has never apologized to us. I don't want a thief as a man of God. I don't want a criminal as a man of God. I do not want a man who has no morals to lead the people to God. No, we don't want that. I went to Bible school. I studied. How should a pastor behave? You can't be a fraudster and call yourself a pastor. You can't be drinking alcohol all over the place and people see you and call yourself a pastor. You can't be so fornicating and still call yourself a pastor. My brother, my sister, may the case be handled speedily so that people who have 2-face, 3-face, and so on and so forth can be brought to book. This guy collapsed the National Cathedral. We didn't like it. We hated the cathedral. But they were still pushing it. But his attitude sent away Eastwood Anaba, sent away Duncan Williams, sent away everybody, including Pastor Mensah Otabil. One man. Yet that's the president's prophet. Why? We want to see an end to this nonsense. It must end. It doesn't matter. You could be anointed more than God himself. If you do not behave well, we will come out against you. That is what patriotism is all about. One man. So many different companies in different names. You are getting government contracts left, right, and center. Parading yourself as a man of God. Meanwhile, you are a fraudulent businessman who is boxing the food from out of the mouths of so many different Ghanaians. His children will grow up one day and say that my children's father was Mbobra. And if papa si then say, but talk private jet. And if papa Blakk RASTA there. Or tree one car no say one to me and she way munti. People like this. To God be the glory. It's the Blakk Port, and keep your messages coming in. Your messages are making some people so happy. Bring them out. Come here. Now the next story we got to look at is another interesting thing, and it borders on patriotism. Remember, that's the backbone of this show. COP Alex Mensah, arrogantly unpatriotic. Who is he? Hey, this man is the epitome of arrogance and unpatriotism. How many of us remember this guy? He was the one who went to sit with Bugri Nabu. And a tape came out that he wanted to actually remove the IGP, Dr. Akufu Dampari, because he feels like he is a bona fide member of the ruling party. He's risen all the way to the ranks where he could have become an IGP, Inspector General of Police. But somebody who was not a party member had been put in there. And according to him, many people did not like Dampari. And he had divided the police service in Ghana into different cliques. When they set a committee, he sat down there and arrogantly, not knowing he had just a few more months to retire, and was saying so many shameful things. What were the shameful things he said? Number one, COP Alex Mensah said that he's a bona fide sympathizer and member of the NPP. Two, he agreed that when it comes to elections, there's a need for mafia. What is mafia? Stealing. That's it, basically. And that if Dampari continued to be in power, the NPP would go into opposition. If there's no opposition, then how did the NPP come into power? It came to power from opposition, right? Thirdly, this same COP Alex Mensah, retired, said that because of the love he has for his party, he would have to make sure that he would put everything in place for his party to win elections, including the mafia, and they will continue being in power. My brother, my sister, these were the things he said. Up till now, the committee has not released a report. There was a leaked report that came out with Dampari cleared, and this man asked to go to court and answer charges of perjury. The arrogance with which he spoke. Where was the arrogance from? The backing of the president and his ilk and his party, the NPP. My brother, when you swore the oath of office as a policeman, did you swear using the NPP manifesto? Or you swore using the Bible and the Constitution of the Republic of Ghana? You swore to do everything possible to uphold the name of Ghana. Then you go and you're talking NPP. A policeman who has become so partisan to the point that he would not even see reality. But some other person is talking against this man. He's called Adam Bona. He's supposed to be a security analyst. This is him. He comes all the way from the Upper West region of Ghana. So don't be surprised to see him wear this beautiful fugu. Run the story, my youth. Watch it. What is he saying? No level-headed person would elect COP Alex Mensah as their MP. And this Adam Bona speaking. My brother. And the story is nauseous, nauseating. Watch this. Security and safety analyst Dr. Adam Bona says he is not surprised by the defeat suffered by retired Commissioner of Police George Alex Mensah in the recent parliamentary primaries of the New Patriotic Party. According to Dr. Bona, COP Alex Mensah's actions and utterances in the infamous leaked tape seeking the ouster of the current Inspector General of the Ghana Police Service meant he is not fit for the office of a parliamentarian. I am not surprised by the results at all. I am not surprised in the sense that anyone who followed the leaked tape and the kind of things he said, every level-headed person will shy away from electing such a person to represent him or her as a minister, as a member of parliament. I want to believe that the people of Bekwai are wise enough to ensure that such a person does not represent them in the August House of Parliament. So I'm not surprised. He said in an interview with Ghana Web on what could be the future of COP Alex Mensah's political ambition, Dr. Bona argued that the admissions made by the senior officer during the appearance at the parliamentary committee which investigated the leaked tape And its unfolding events clearly point to the end of his political ambition. That's it. He has hit the nail right on the head. Fine. This COP, Alex MENSAH, is a persona non grata. He's not deserving of our attention. Such a joker. Police service, you have risen to that high rank. And all you can do is baby infantile politics. When if you put him there, our party is not going to win, so we have to remove him the way he is. I think that is even showing sympathies for the other party, and for that matter, election, there's mafia in there, and that's what this guy was saying. I wanted my son to be a policeman, but because of this man's behavior, I've held it down for the time being. My grandfather was a policeman of honor. When I see police, I feel good. But this guy has brought a slur on the image of the police. And Bekwai people did the right thing. Right after all the nonsense, he said he wanted to be voted a parliamentarian for Bekwai. Bekwai people are not that unpatriotic like you. After talking MPP, then you go and stand. Primaries, you want to be voted as an MP. And that is what has hit you, bro. I'm so ashamed of this guy. My brother, let truth be told. They should have even stopped this guy from contesting in the primaries because he has an issue that is lingering. And if he's found guilty by the community, in fact, the committee, their recommendations could be that he should go to court and answer charges of perjury. It's sad. The things he said at the committee meeting, nauseating, befuddling, cacophonizing, hypnotizing. My brother, my sister, the list said about COP Alex MENSAH, the arrogant, unpatriotic policeman who went to the gallery with unpatriotism, the better. Dash him away. When we return, we shall talk some more. Send your messages in. We will look at them in the interim. Is the Blackport, a.k.a. Kukushonomo. And here we speak truth to power. Hey! Wayo!
Blackport, Kukushonomo.
This is the Blackport, a.k.a. Kukushonomo, where we speak truth to power. And of course, next story, my youth. Watch this. SDA can make NPP lose 2024 elections. What is the SDA? Seventh-day Adventist Church. I love that church. Very cool, quiet, and well-behaved church. My beginnings had me going to the SDA because of a very good friend of mine, Patrick. I read a lot of Adventist books. Oh, interesting times. Oh my God. In Tamale there, Hospital Road, we went to the church. But remember recently SDA came out to say, oh, please change the date of the elections. December 7 would actually worry us. It's going to fall on a Saturday. And if it falls on Saturday, you know Sabbath, we don't work. We beg you. Can you change it? At least bring it to November, Wednesday, Thursday. Yes, then we can come and vote. But many people said no. Please. And we have tackled it already. So we are not going to go into it again. But to suffice it, now, we all remember how Jesus Christ healed on Sabbath. How he asked, if your donkey falls in water, are you going to save the donkey? Or you wait because it's Sabbath and save the donkey the next day when it's already drowned? So what Jesus Christ was only trying to tell us was simple. You do the needful. Do what is most needed before what is right. Think about it. But there's a man whose photo you saw earlier who is saying something that we both never looked at. Come here, my youth. This is the man. He's called Andy Nana Owusu. He's a social analyst. He says NPP will lose 2024 elections if SDA's petition for a November elections is not accepted. Andy Nana Owusu, a social analyst, has said that the fortunes of the ruling National Patriotic Party, NPP, would be greatly impacted if the petition of the Seventh-day Adventist Church, SDA, for the election date for the 2024 general elections be changed from Saturday, December 7, 2024, because it is their Sabbath day, is not accepted. According to him, the NPP will be greatly affected and are likely to lose the elections because majority of SDA members are found in their strongholds, and if they religiously stick to the rules of the Sabbath, the votes of the party in the elections will be greatly impacted. Nana Owusu, who made these remarks in an interview on Oyerepa TV on Wednesday, January 31, 2024, added that the opposition National Democratic Congress, NDC, is well aware of these dynamics, which is why it is opposed to any suggestion for a change in the election day. In Ghana, the dominant areas for the SDA are the Ashanti, Ahafo, Bono, and Western. This means that if they are really going to observe the Sabbath like the Israelis do, they call it Shabbat, on the election day, it is the NPP that is going to lose. Look at the Ashanti region. See the number of SDA churches here. The NDC knows this, and it is the reason for its opposition to the petition. All these undercasts are part of their opposition. I am telling you, they know. He said in Tree. The analyst added, I am not saying that no NDC member attends the NDC church, but majority of them are NPP members. Just consider the communities in the Ashanti region. Well, he's making a point, and I like such analysis. All he's saying is that in the strongholds of the NPP is the same stronghold of the SDA. For that matter, if the SDA says on that day we are going to be observing our Sabbath, we won't come out. Then it means that a lot of the votes are going to fall away from the NPP. It makes sense, doesn't it? But come here. Now, what Nana Owusu probably did not look at is the fact that even the Ashanti region now is beginning to fall apart with the NPP. We know that. They are so disappointed in the government of Nana Akufo-Addo. Everybody is running helter-skelter and crying. The government of Nana Akufo-Addo is so rotten and so stinking that even in the people of the Ashanti region are not happy. Picking signals from the Ashanti region, from the king, all the way through his chiefs, and so on and so forth. We read this in the news every time. They are not pleased with Nana Akufo-Addo. Mahama recently went for a walk in Kumasi. Look at the multitudes that ran after him. Much as it is the NPP stronghold, remember that this time round, the NPP does not have an Ashanti leader. We live in a country where people are overly tribalistic. They don't look at the content of your brain. They look at your ethnicity. That's why we are backward. The most talented doctor is from the Volta region. We don't want him in our hospital here because he's not an Ashanti. Take him away. Yet, the most useless doctor probably is an Ashanti man. Then they put him there because he's one of their own. And vice versa. You go to the Volta region. Oh, this is an Ashanti man. He could be the best, but they don't want him. Who cares us? So much that we hate each other because of labels. The Ashanti man, does he have yellow blood? The Igbe man, does he have blue blood? The Frafra man, does he have pink blood? Huh? The Ga man, does he have green blood? Why do we hate each other? What foolishness is this? I cannot decipher it. From when I was a little child, I was never taught to look down on anybody's ethnicity, not even one. I don't know where people picked up these sentiments from, to the point that people would even refuse you marriage because you come from this region or that region, or because you eat a certain food that they don't like. Well, these people, they eat dogs. We don't like them. These people eat pigs. We don't like them. Oh, and that has eaten into the fiber of our elections, to the point that Nanado can go to school children and tell them, oh, you know, I chose Baumia because first and foremost, that's the first reason, the priority. I needed to choose somebody from the north. Wow, really? And it's not only Nana Akufo-Addo. That is the hypocrisy of our politics. You must pick somebody from this area so that you can get the votes from the area. We have to break that foolishness. Pick the brains. It doesn't matter where the brain is coming from. If it is coming from Jasikan, go there and take the brain. If it is coming from Sokoto, go and bring it from Sokoto. If it's coming from Chorinye, go to Chorinye and bring it. If it's coming from Bongo or Bongo Swine, go and bring it. Rather than Chinchina, by all means, a vice president candidate must come from this region. Who cursed us? Can somebody tell me? Because of that, a lot of great minds have been battered down. A lot of great minds have been swallowed. All because of the foolishness of our mentalities. Hey! I remember when I was dating this girl when I was at the University of Science and Tech. She liked me. And I liked her. See? She liked my flex. And she loved my simplicity. One day she asked me to follow her to her house. We went to the house. I went there. I was not suspecting anything. I went there. And the first question Asil asked me, after saying, oh, Muntanase, Yambra Munsuana. And I said, oh, yeah. You sure no. They brought me water and I sipped some. First question, they asked the girl, now nipa no free him. Me free him say. Why? Me free chroma. Free him say. Am I a mole? Am I a rat? Am I coming from a hole? Am I from the jungle? I am human like you. Why do you ask me where I come from? So, oh, the lady started stammering. Hey, ma, penasem pao, me kasa cry me de. Me see offering. This time around, she was very stern with red eyes, like a cobra's eyes. Offering him, ma. Esro he me osru bofo. Me osru abofo ana. Of esro he. Oh, he's from the top there. Why? Sir. And the next question shocked the bones out of my body. Anti-frafraniana. Because everybody from the north, everybody from Esro is frafra. The ignorance is so deep. There are more than 50 ethnic groups in the north. The most popular is frafra. Everybody from the north, frafra. Mu frafra for. Ni swadiye. Uba na mu beno. Ha! Enter a frafreniana. And the young lady said, Dabi, onye frafreni. Odiani. She didn't even know. She said, Hausa. Oya Hausa ni. And what the woman said sacked me from the house. You know what she said? She said, Papa. Come here. Think say you day wise. My brother. I left. The young lady could not even approach me again. The embarrassment was so huge. And it's not only with Ashantis. When you go to the north, it's almost the same thing. So where is he from? He's an Ashanti man. Oh, so does he pray? Or he salana? Or he salana? Does he pray? Or puri jungle? We will puri jungle doing a boy. Chafrokale. Shege. You go to the Volta region. It's the same thing. Offering. I'm going to have him a bar for my toe. Whether you understand the language or not, you must understand it. That's how they start greeting you. As you are coming, oh, leke, bro. If you are not responding, then they know that you are suspect. Their daughter, you lie. Hey! Even if the father speaks a language that everybody understands, no, sir. Bro. He will speak it. And as the daughter is seeing you off, you call the daughter, huh? Mawena. It means that man you are going with, make sure he doesn't return here. Why? Who cursed us? So much ethnocentrism, foolishness in our country. Great minds. The mother of the girl I went to did not even want to know my grades in school. Did not want to know my achievement. Was not interested in the fiber of my character. No, she was only interested in my ethnicity. Who cursed us? Great minds, my brother, are battered down. All because of ethnocentrism. Kumasi is one such terrible place. I went to school in Kumasi. And things that I heard in my ears. Ethnocentric things. And I witnessed some of those things, even in the north, against people coming from the south. Why? Why? So SDA, they said they are not going to vote because it's Sabbath and somebody's crying that they will lose. We are not looking at the real reason they will lose. The reason they will lose in Ashanti is that people are becoming wiser. They are running away from ethnocentrism. They are growing wiser. They are moving away from the shackles of foolishness. They are coming into wisdom. They are getting to understand that, listen, when I fall down and I'm dying, it doesn't matter the ethnicity of the person near me. He will still carry me and see me first and foremost as a human being. Hey, when I'm sick and I'm taken to the hospital, emergency, the doctor there, I don't even know his ethnicity. It doesn't matter to me. I will be treated before I find out that he's Frafra or he's Aigbe or Ashanti. When I'm flying the plane and I'm sitting in first class and the plane is flying, hey, all of a sudden I hear, ladies and gentlemen, this is flight number blah, 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 and blah, blah. And from the accent, you can tell that this is a Frafra man flying the plane. Would you ask the plane to stop so that you drop? I don't know where this foolishness is coming from. I never ask people where they come from. I never do. From our conversation, it will seep in naturally. Most of the time, even if I wanted to know, so that I can relate to some of the cultures and tell you the history, because I love history. But because of the mentality, I don't even ask. I will get to know with time. May these people lose these elections. SDA, please don't vote. Better still, please hold on to your Sabbath. It's very important. Sabbath, hold it tight. And if you go to vote, vote them out. They have disgraced us enough. Pray very hard, so God will direct you to who you should vote for, so that you can vote properly. Why do they even want to change the date of the election? They should give us 1 year to prepare. Better still, tell us now, so next elections, we know that this is when it's going to be. We don't wait till 2 months to election, then you come and tell us you want to change the date. Why? Because your shenanigans and machinations are beginning to dash it away, my youth. This is the Blakk Pot, a.k.a. Kukushodomo. Come here, my youth. When we return, we shall read your messages. Hi! Wayo! Arise, Ghana youth, for your country. The nation demands your devotion.
This is my Gold Coast, now called Ghana. Gateway to Africa, gateway to the world.
Are you ready to build your motherland? How many of us remember this beautiful song I just sang? All the big nations of the world that have made it have put patriotism first. In our nation, Ghana, it looks like this is not what is happening.
Skipper George.
Blackpot. Coco show them, man.
It's a Blakk Pot, a.k.a. Coco Showman. Here we speak truth to power. Are you donating to a good cause? We'll make it happen. I don't know where I'm going to get the strength from, but I know I'll get the strength. We'll do it. We'll do it. It's not all talk. We are putting the talk into action. We will do it. I feel sad that we didn't start this earlier. This should have been done like some 20 years back. Every year we do it. By now, we would have had better citizens full of patriotism. Do you agree with me? This is the first time we have something like this happening. To God be the glory. It's the Blakk Pot, a.k.a. Coco Showman. And Sister Jinx, thank you so much. We received your money yesterday. In fact, people in the ghetto are sending us little. But the little they are sending to us is big, large. I see the patriotism. Yes, we are happy. We will make it. We will make sure our nation works again. Sister Jinx, thank you so much. We appreciate you. Anyone who sends us anything, we will acknowledge you. We got something from the GTA, Ghana Tourism Authority. They supported us right from the start. And we are hoping that many more people will come in. Drink companies, food companies. You know, it doesn't have to be cash every time. Maybe instruments so we can perform and all that. Hotels in all these regions. Tell us, we'll put your name up. We'll come with our crew, sleep there, whether you give us food or not. Let us know. If you can give us food, fine. If you can't, we will manage it and play. After all, at the end of it all, it's Ghana that wins. It's the Blakk Pot, a.k.a. Coco Showman. And here we speak truth to power. Next story, my youth. All right. So the next story, your messages. Wanini Boy says, welcome, Blakk. King Blakk, God bless you and the crew for impacting wisdom to us. Mark Hendrick says, big up yourself, Blakk. Rap Thunder says, Alhamdulillah. Welcome, legendary Blakk. Woyoy. Manny Ustol says, welcome, Professor. Odum says, more fire, Blakk. And he says, fire them, Babylonians. Gosway Jata says, woyoy. Timothy Zuri says, greetings to you, Blakk Rasta. I am watching you live from Wa. I am waiting for you on the 2nd of March. Yes, straight up. Your respect, big and large. Yes, so we are going to be in Wa on the 2nd. We will leave here on Friday and we'll be in Wa. We've also been speaking with African World Airlines and Passion Air. Hopefully they'll be able to fly us. But if they don't, we would even come on horseback if that is what we have to do. We will be there. Right? Zacha Emmanuel says, my godfather is live once again. Ras Million. Oh, okay. Ras Million. Yes. Says, greetings, Bingy Man. The best journalist ever. I truly enjoy watching you. Say your mind. Our politicians need to be told the truth. And what you are doing is good. That is exactly what you're doing. Big up yourself. Zacha Emmanuel says, welcome, my history teacher, governor from Wusuta. Danny Man says, good day, historian. Blessed love. Paul says, the Navrongo man is back. My hero, fire the truth. Ayekukem John Paul is the name inside Navrongo, Upper East region. Blessed love, Ayekukem John Paul. Quitem. All right. Danny Man says all the 3 send wave I made were cancelled today. They were asking me for receivers of ID because multiple names are associated with your phone number. You are right. I didn't want to mention this. But that is it. Anytime people try to send money from abroad using the Momo line, SendWave, they block it. They say the name, Abubakar Ahmed, is associated with some terrorists in Saudi Arabia and also in, what's the name of that country? I have to always send an ID. I have to send an ID before the money comes in. Hey, babe. Every time. Anybody sending me $1, money that I even earn on my tours, when they are sending to me, this is what I go through. I've waited for so long to have somebody send this message. He's speaking the truth. Can I send my ID to everybody? Can I do that? I wish I could do that. I have nothing to hide. But unfortunately, they do not even want the ID that has been scanned. They want the ID that has been taken with the phone so they can track the phone and track. I mean, it's frustrating. Danny Mens, what I can say is that a lot of the people abroad do not like to send their money via the bank because of reasons best known. If you can do the bank, please do the bank. If you can't do the bank, we have also registered another number in the name of Black Empire Media. It's taking time to come, but it's going to be here and we'll put it out so that you can send through that. Don't be discouraged. Yeah, don't be discouraged. Yeah, don't be discouraged. Don't be discouraged. I appreciate you. You are speaking the truth. Ayo Susan says, greetings, sir, and happy new month. Respect. Good man speaking truth to power. But some other people have been able to send it and it came. Interesting. I don't know how they did it. I don't know if it's some other network apart from SendWave. I'll find out how they did it. They sent and it came. The other day, a brother sent me some $100 and said, please don't mention me. I'm trying to help with the cause. Tears almost came out of my eye. He's a hustler. He doesn't have koto. $100. And I know what $100 can do for him there. When he sent it, it touched my heart. Anyway, Ama Johnson says, greetings to you, bro. Watching you live from London. Oh my God. To hear some wisdom. So keep trying. If SendWave is not working, but I've received 1 or 2 from SendWave still. Through this difficult way. But try other apps. They might just come. I'll try and find out what other app worked. Yeah? And we'll see how it works. Any more messages coming in? All right. Stephen Banda says, Wayo, my king, you are too much. No size. And he says, speaking truth to power. Wayo. Wanini boy says, so is Nana Akufo-Addo happy with what is going on in the country? It's a question for the gods. Stephen Banda says, Blakk, I'm listening to you with my friend from Nigeria. And it is on speaker. Oh, it is on. He says it's on. Speak here. Listening to my kings. Who knows Kudwaji? Says, Wayo. Danny Man says, the majority of our journalists are like TikTok stars, always ready for the next story. They don't have the patience and character required to follow stories like the Watergate of Einstein. Hallelujah. Praise the Lord. Prince Bundikubo Zakaria says, greetings, Blakk. Religion seems to be a barrier to our thinking caps at humans, especially Africans. More fire, brethren. Natural Bank says, Blakk. Please send us something from your Natural Bank. Nabong Pyramid says, keep spreading the good message, big bro. The ancestral connection is within you. Kojo One Fool says, wow. I appreciate this. Next story, my youth. We're about to end. In the next 10 minutes, we should be winding up. I am anti-LGBTQI+, and that's MAHAMA speaking. Hey, I thought MAHAMA had a gay friend that he was lying on the same bed with when he was president, and, you know, he even wrote a book, and then, you know, do we all remember? MAHAMA says it's anti-LGBTQI+. Well, the fact that you have a gay friend does not mean that you support homosexuality. even though they will say, show me your friend and I'll show you your character. I have a number of gay friends, honestly. I traveled to America and I'm going to play a concert. A number of the people who come around me, some of them are gay. A lot of them who come around me say, yeah, oh, we like what you did, man. It was good. Oh, this is beautiful, man. You know how Americans speak. Man, it's good. Everything is, man. You know, some of them even donate and buy the, you know, music and all that. They are ready to invite you to their home so you can, meet their families and blah, 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 and all that. I meet them when I travel out. I don't fight them. I don't slaughter them. I don't hate them. So Mahama could have a gay friend. You understand? It's like I have a friend who is maybe Muslim or Christian, but I am not neither Muslim nor Christian. I'm just giving an instance. It doesn't stop anything, does it? What do you think? Run the story. Hey, where are we getting this story from? Watch this. Akufo-Addo has indicated to Parliament he won't approve current anti-gay bill. Nana Akufo-Addo is the biggest hypocrite Satan has ever created. Satan created only 2 people on earth. You know those 2 people? At least I've given you one clue. Find the other man. You know him, right? You know him? Nana Akufo-Addo. 2. Hitler. These 2 people were created by Satan. You all remember when the American vice president came to Ghana and arrogantly told us, I don't care what you think. Homosexuality is a human right. And wherever I go, I will preach it and stand for it. And then Akufo-Addo said, don't worry. Parliament is going around it. But when they finish with whatever they are doing, their nonsense and paraphrased, they will bring it to my table. And we will show them where. After that, she shook hands with him and signed a fat check and went back to America. I'm not surprised that he's not signing it. Because he's already compromised himself. That's the hypocritical president we have. Former President John Dramani Mahama has said that the President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo has indicated to the Parliament of Ghana that he will not assent to the promotion of proper human sexual rights and Ghanaian family values bill 2021. That's the anti-LGBTQI bill. Even if the House approves it. According to Mahama, the government has an issue with the anti-LGBTQ, which is currently at the consideration stage in the House. You see, I hate it when people are compromised. They take bribe. Because any favor you get and it sways your decision is a bribe. If Nana Akufo-Addo genuinely doesn't like homosexuality, that is fine. But if he genuinely likes it too, that is fine. But where somebody has to come and sway you with their thoughts and their favors, and you don't have a say anymore, but follow the say of these people who are giving you favor, then I have a problem. Need I say more? Listen to what former President Mahama said. Watch it.
If we say the faith I have, Empany say Bema, Bewari Bema, Oba, Bewari Oba. Bill a war parliament, Omunyam passing, but say a buying actually says Omu passing president on sign. If he say the attorney general like can say Bibi a private members motion. Obetimia pass a bill with a private members motion, but Enisa Edekabia Ebeto Abanso. And based on that technicality, President has signaled Seba on signing. In terms of idea, between Parliament and the executive. Omoshe na omokan. Ebia sombeshe bill numwa. Normal bibia, it puts a charge on government. Na omoye no free. Then it opens the way for the president to be happy to sign the agreement. And so, me personally, Benjin this, and a man is a man, a woman is a woman. Me believe say nipa utimi sorry ka say me feeli wo me mu say me oba. And so yeah, wo me be mind me cause sa no my oba. They be, I mean, nature created us man and woman. And Nyame boy, he knew what he was doing when he created us like that. And so if you ask me, my personal faith is against it.
Oh, we appreciate you and we love you. What? You heard from our President Mahama talk, right? He said a man is a man and a woman is a woman. And when God did that, he knew exactly what he was doing. He doesn't agree with a man getting up one day to say, oh, he's a woman. He feels like he has been entrapped in a man's body. He's actually a woman and will go and take injections to grow boobs and butts. He doesn't agree with men marrying men and women marrying men. But he didn't say, listen attentively, that he doesn't agree with men sleeping with men. He talked about gay marriage. But it's implied in what he said that a man is a man and a woman is a woman. So he believes that every relationship sexual must be between man and woman. They are going to come after him. His gay friend, Andrew Solomon, right? Is it Andrew Solomon? Find a photograph of President Mahama with his gay friend. Just President Mahama and gay friend. I think it's called Andrew Solomon. Yeah. I'm sure he would have wished that. No. Let the man say that homosexuality is okay. My brother, my sister, it's not about Mahama alone. It's about the whole nation. Even in parliament, they all voted against homosexuality. Everybody in the Ghanaian parliament. Yet underground, there are people who might be gay in there. There are people who are fighting against the bill. For me, they are cowards. Anybody in the Ghana parliament who is gay or has feelings for homosexuality and cannot come out publicly and defend it is a coward. It's a populist agenda. If I were in the Ghana parliament and I was gay, I think that I would rise up and say that, yo, I think that homosexuality is cool and I think that they should not sign blah, 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 at least. But politics is a game of numbers. When you say that, you lose voters. The voters are more important to them than the developments. The votes are more important to them than the developments. I'm going on another tangent. They look at the votes more than developing you. I'm not saying homosexuality is development. I've left that. I'm talking about another thing. Mahama has said it. I think that he said it from deep within his heart. And we all know that Mahama likes women, right? In other words, he's married to a woman. He's had children with other women. He said it. So this is Mahama with his gay friend, Andrew Solomon. You know, they are still friends. We can coexist without fighting each other. You are Muslim and Christian, we can be okay. You are Shanti, I am this. That should even bring us closer so we can learn from each other. Dash. I'm going to spend 2 minutes on the next one and I'm done. Enum. Oh, okay. All right, so it reads, a mentally ill woman drowns. And that Enum is from the story we did yesterday, the Enum chief. So it found its way into our is a mentally ill woman drowns. Today when I saw the story, I cried. A mentally ill woman drowns. Run the story. This is the woman. They are carrying her away. Mentally ill. The body of a mentally ill woman believed to be in her 50s has been found floating on a river in Mankasim in the central region. The incident occurred Wednesday, January 31, 2024 in the morning. That's yesterday. In an interview with Kasapa News, Yao Wejan, eyewitnesses who went to the Emisa or Che River to fetch water expressed shock over the development as the deceased Hans family held a branch of a tree, suspecting she was attempting to come out from the river. A team made up of police personnel, environmental health officers, and the National Disaster Management Organization, NADMO, went to the scene to retrieve the body with the help of the rescue team. The deceased was wearing a red short-sleeved T-shirt and black skirt. Was identified as Ama, who was a mentally ill person who had been a threat to the residents at Edumazi, a community within Mankasim. Dash it away. Listen. A mentally ill woman who is a threat to the citizens. Can you imagine? A mentally ill woman who is a threat to the community. Why is she a threat? Because she's sick. What are the authorities doing? There are a lot of mentally ill people all over the street. Our children are now seeing so much nakedness on the street from mentally ill people. Why? Are we not giving them some dignity? Get them off the roads. Put them in an institution where they can be treated. But you allow them to walk on the streets. Now you claim they are a threat to you. It's sad. I don't want to speak anymore. I'm hurt. Now she's dead. So she's no longer a threat. The people of Edumazi who said that you should be ashamed of yourselves. She didn't have a family. You couldn't come together to help her, put her in an institution where she could be treated. But you are happy to say she was a threat to us. So some of you will even go and dance that she's dead. It's the Blakk Pot, a.k.a. Kokoshono, and here we speak truth to power. Final message, and we are done. Niama Johnson says, crook in cassock. It stinks. I agree with you. Kojo One Fool says, greetings, it's another day. And Mohammed Banjir One says, Alhamdulillah for today. Preach on, Brother Blakk. May your suffering never be in vain. Biele, na unpamati. Yeah. May God give us more strength. Bangsum ne kokali. Wisdom and energy. Yes. Wayoy, MC Scorpion from Ashaima. Danny Man says, as a person that believes in Nkrumah's vision and Rawlings' charisma, a true son of GH, it pains me to see a patriotic son walking the walk I am dreaming to walk, and I can't be involved in person. No. I don't know why you cannot be involved. But you can also be involved. Maybe you can send us some help, some drink, some food. Maybe you know some hotel in some areas where we are going to. And you can book some 10 rooms for us to go and spend a few hours in and then move. Or maybe you can even send us cash. It's all good. One anybody says, we they chop cities, but our leaders are paid in dollars in Ghana. Ghana shall prosper. Abdul Rahman says, good evening, Blakk Rasta. Okay, well, I can't read that. May Allah bless you. And bless you too, my brother. And then Isa, prominent king, says, Blakk, Black media empire to the world. Yes, to the moon. We are together in this. Ni Ama Johnson, it was even strange that the NPP leadership cleared him to contest. Oh yes. Danny Man says, all the grace you will need, kindness and support of fellow patriots be with you. Amen. Natural Bank says, Blakk, let's have a call in the segment. Okay, so we should open a phone line, right, so we can talk. Kwame Logosu says, if experience teaches best, the saying as motivation to forget one's past is foolishness. Rather, is best with photographs for clarification. Francis Kwame Logosu, and well, I'm trying to make a meaning. I think I get what you're trying to say. Niama Johnson says, with or without the SDA members' votes, everyone knows that the NPP crooks will be kicked out. Kambadi Samsidin says, I'm surprised at all for the police service engaging part members and, well, I mean, police people are involved in politics and all that. He's talking about Alex Mensah. Wadini Boy says, Blakk, where is Baumia? It's hard to hear from him these days. For all you know, he's in England treating Qatar. Because these people, common cold, they are there. And we are at Kolebu struggling for best and lying on the floor. It's been the Blakk Pot, a.k.a. Kuku Show No More, where we speak truth to power. I appreciate you and I love you. Tomorrow is yet another day. Let's meet again and make it happen. And remember to donate to a good cause. Yes, my Ghana tour is on. Until then, hey! Wayo!
Power that